Hello, everybody. I'm Evan Hunt, and you are watching Political Hub 101. We have intense races tonight from Oklahoma, Utah, New York, Colorado, and runoffs in Mississippi and South Carolina. How are we feeling? I'm joined by Harvey Long, Terrell McCann Jr., and Cameron Scott. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hola.
So I will show the live results in a minute. How are we all feeling about tonight? Do we think it's good or bad?
Well, if you're an incumbent, it is bad night for you because, in fact, as you and right before we were talking about how in the 9th district it is too close to call in New York, and yet a young guy might have almost made knocked down. In fact.
So, why do you think it's a bad night? Dan Donovan won, for instance.
Yes, but because he was going against Michael Graham, who was basically in a bad race anyway, because Michael Graham was in jail. Dan Donovan, however, wasn't in jail, and I have to mention that Dan Donovan is like off. Well, I'm okay. Hold on. Let me say, because frankly, this race is gonna be. Because frankly, it was because now I'm getting returns in from the Democratic primary. How about this? Democratic primary, just from the New York.
I am officially showing. So sorry to cut you off. We'll get back to you later. Here, can y'all see my screen? Let me make it sure it is.
Yep, we see it. Okay, I'm sorry. Evan, I got to interrupt you. The returns are now coming in. 457 precincts out of 532 precincts are in. That means about 65 precincts are now reporting a dim boom bun Cadeco 49.2% per 26%, 12,181 votes. Yvette D. Clark, Democrat, 50.29%, for 12,437 votes, 24,000 votes total. That means
So guys, look at my screen. Yvette Clark is defending her seat. She's leading a point with 88% reporting.
Which is weird because she was actually, which is actually very shocking, since don't forget she actually won last time. She won her re-election bid by by around 92%. Not to mention that include 92% of the vote. And that's the reason why it's so shocking that she is down right now.
Sorry to cut you off, but know what I'm noticing is when it's 1v1 against an incumbent and another person, it's a lot closer. It seems like Carolyn Maloney, for instance, is safe, but it would usually be closer because probably the anti-Maloney vote would be split 3 ways.
I have something to say. If you are in the Democratic Party, you should be very stressed out because the closeness of many of these primaries, like House District 14, 57 to 42, that leads to a lot of disenfranchised voters. Think of it as this. If you have a primary and where the Republican side, they already have a candidate on the Democratic side, it's a very close 54 to 46. That is not good news for the Democrats because it shows how unstabilized their party is and how that they are not able to get candidates that are even able to get. Or look at the
Not to mention that if there is also Harvey, there is also Harvey a divide between
that district got 28%. Think of that.
So, guys,
if I must say,
yes.
sorry to cut you off, Evan. If I must say, I heard Cameron talking about this before we came on the show. That it's an anti-incumbent wave. Well, if you're on the Democratic side and you're on the Senate level, it's not really an anti-incumbent wave, because obviously we're seeing a lot of the expected incumbents getting clinching renomination.
Look at
And
Maryland,
that's
for instance, 82
yeah,
to 5.
Ben Cardin expected to win renomination. Um,
Chelsea Manning. Even without Chelsea Manning, he still would have won.
yeah, but we're still seeing.
I'd like to say something and to stop there. If you look at the Senate races for Maryland, if you can go up to that, please. You can see how even Chelsea Manning being in this race, nothing changed because Chelsea Manning still got 5.4% to the other candidate who's the senator already, 81.6%. That is not even helping at all.
Yeah, so we're
Which
seeing
are
a lot of these House districts contested. And as you're saying, if you're on the Democratic side, you're trying to you're trying to break the numbers down and figure out what the reality of this is. As you all know, the next morning when they wake up, there's going to be a lot of sad faces, going to be a lot of happy faces to these results. But as we say, if you're in the Democratic Party, you're feeling some type of way about these results. But again,
But we also have to make a major projection. Steny Hoyer, this isn't much of a surprise, but
In your projection, Steny Hoyer is the projected winner of the Democratic nomination for House District 5.
yeah, he is the minority whip in Congress. Many call him establishment. Yeah, he won his renomination very easily, and it looks like he'll win the general very easily because if you look at those numbers, over 60,000 Democrats cast ballots, only 15,000 Republicans did. Meanwhile, in the U.S. House District 6, I want to bring our attention to this. David Trone is a wine owner who spent over $11 million of his own money on this race. He is running against an Indian American State House Representative, Aruna Miller. Now, many have thought it was a toss-up, and the question is, can $11 million buy you a seat in Congress? We don't know, but if I was David Trone, I would be fairly happy. I'm going to take a look because Aruna Miller lives in Montgomery County. So if he's going to win, he needs to win everything but Montgomery. He needs to rack it up in the rural area and cut our margins off.
I like to say you're wrong about that. Money can buy you an elected office. Look at Donald
it
Trump.
sure can.
but look at Harvey. Plus not to mention Harvey, because also because of here in Tennessee, Bill Haslam, next to Donald Trump, is one of the richest politicians ever elected. In fact, he has a net worth of 1.3 billion.
Donald Trump has more than $1 billion, and he spent $156 million of his own money for his campaign. Maybe even be more than that on his own campaign, and he won. So that clearly tells you that money can buy you politics.
Not to mention, let's go back. Let's go back to what and this relates to 2018 because of Tennessee Phil Burson. Phil Burson has about 400 million. Is one of the richest men in Tennessee because why? He has enough money because he didn't even take a governor's salary in the Tennessee. He didn't take it during both terms. About 400 million. Is one of the richest men in Tennessee because why? He has enough money because he didn't even take the governor's salary in the 10th. He didn't take it during both terms.
I'm just saying, guys, in my official mock election, the governor elections had unevenly high turnout. 26 voters voted, and Ishon has 42% to Tom Corbett's 50% with 7% being for the independent Ken Krawchuk. Also, Mike Kennedy is gonna lose against Mitt Romney.
Also, I want to show us something in Utah. This is the last big primary of the night, where former U.S. presidential Republican candidate Mitt Romney is faring off against state rep Mike Kennedy. Mitt Romney certainly has an edge here, but it kind of brings us back to that easy for incumbent.
I'd like to mention that Mitt Romney doesn't have an edge because even although Mr. President Trump doesn't have much of a relationship with him, he still endorsed him, sure. But if you look at the first round of primaries, Mitt Romney was trailing in that vote total.
By the way, I have to cut you off. We have a major projection on a major
projection. Jenny Wilson is a nominee for the Democratic nomination for Utah Senate.
So Terrell, I want to get your scope.
Yeah, bro, what's your scope on that?
Yeah. So with this race in Utah, obviously, I'm not too much of a big fan of Mitt Romney personally. A lot of people, that hurts a lot of people's ears. I know. I've never been too much of a big. Yeah, that hurts his ears, and I love it. He likes it. I love it. And I've never been too much of a big fan of Mitt Romney. I know Trump was considering him for a cabinet position. Obviously, we all know that meeting did not go so well. So really, there's a lot of people, you're seeing that Trump's not really too fond of Mitt Romney. Now, the president doesn't really have that much effect on this race. Mitt Romney, as a lot of people are saying, Mitt Romney is expected to win this race. Now,
okay, guys, I'm sorry, but let's go off top for a moment because Jared Post will be one of the first LGBT the LGBT governor. He's gonna win in November unless that a third party comes in and spoil it for him.
Wait, I have to cut you off, Cameron.
We have a major projection. No. Lucci Gay will be the nominee for House District 9 in the Republican primary.
And Joel Azuma will be the Reform Party candidate. But no, that's not what I wanted to say. Whoever wins the Democratic primary is going to be the next congressman or woman from this district. Yvette Clarke and Adam Buncanato with 88% reporting. Look how close that is. Now, luckily for Yvette Clarke, he did go down a little. It was 50.5 to 49.5, but it's now 50.6 to 49.4. Still, certainly.
If I may, real quick, on that race, can you go back to that race for me, please?
Not to mention that, actually, I think Sean P. Maloney is gay. In fact, so basically, if there are a lot of LGBT candidates running to the.
If we're breaking this down, so 88% of precincts reporting. There is still vote out there. That's 12% of precincts that are still yet to report. With 12% of precincts still outstanding, is there a chance that this incumbent could lose the nomination again?
Definitely.
Or lose his nomination? Of course it is. 12% is a lot of votes still out.
Evan, go on that poll.
And also, go back, if you can go back to it for me, look at the amount of precincts that are...
Link in.
Jesus Christ, Evan, just go on that poll.
All right. Yeah, I basically, my old computer, the computer I usually use, is not working because I need to install more software and I don't have the...
Wait, I have a question. Why do you have a Mac, a Chromebook, and a Windows computer? Like, why do you have all three of them?
All right, so we're looking at this before I was cut off.
Can you send me a MacBook? Can you send me the Chromebook at least? Because I'm getting rid of that Windows.
Okay,
that Windows stuff.
All right. Ooh, so 90%
is gonna win.
Yeah, 90% of precincts reporting now. So that's okay. So 2% just came in while we were discussing MacBooks and all that. Now, if you can stay on that real quick, look at the number of precincts still out. 468 of 532. It depends on how much vote those precincts hold that can and will determine the state of the
Cameron.
So if you see this, You know, Yvette Clark, or Yvette Clark's challenger is only down by 300 plus some votes.
Oh, shut up! Stop!
Yes, Terrell.
Again, this is gonna be a uphill climb for Yvette Clark tonight. I mean, just looking at that number, especially, you know, that is going to be, if Yvette Clark pulls this off, I won't be surprised. But you know, if we're looking at this, there's a huge possibility that she can lose this nomination.
And I also want to go to with some other races. This is against a businessman versus a bus driver. Yada yada is not important. We don't. It's gonna probably go red. Democrats could have recruited better candidates. I don't know.
Evan, did you just make fun of bus drivers?
Yeah.
Representative Joe Crowley loses Democratic nomination.
Yeah,
in
let's
New York.
talk about that. Okay, let's talk about that. How Alexander
Ocasio-Cortez is one of the biggest progressives, and I feel like she'd do very well if she actually did better in the primaries. But yeah, Joe Crowley, I don't like him at all. I don't like his policy. I personally like Alexandria, but I feel like we should get a little bit more than that, you know.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I got to interrupt you guys. There's been a projection. We're saying that Mitt Romney will win in Utah. That's what the
breaking news: Mitt Romney wins the state of Utah. He wins. Oh my God, he's leading 67 to 20. Oh damn!
This is something like
oh damn! He's leading by almost 55%. Yeah, boy.
Come on.
All right. So I'm gonna comment on this one.
Can I just interrupt you before you make a projection? Look at where it's from. It is from the most Mormon moderate center in Utah. Nothing from it is one.
That's the biggest. That's Salt Lake City. That's the biggest city in the state.
Yeah, but hypothetically,
it's actually Provo. It's not Salt Lake. Get your facts right.
If I may,
Get your facts right.
35% of those precincts reporting. I don't think there should be a projection like that until at least more precincts are.
Also, I look at where it's coming from. It's all from Salt Lake City, and Salt Lake City is one of the most Mormon areas in all of Utah. So those are Republican voters in a moderate Mormon city. If Mike Kennedy, however, and I was already bracing for this, and I think I actually said it. But
why are you saying my county when you don't even live in Utah?
No, I mean like Salt Lake City. I was going to say this, but then we got cut off with MacBook.
Wait. I feel like Mitt Romney will win mainly because of the fact that his popularity has been rising in Utah ever since he announced his candidacy back in February. Honestly, Mike Kennedy, he claims to be a doctor. He really isn't. He's just a neurosurgeon like Jill Stein. But Mitt Romney, he actually has a chance. He'd easily defeat Jenny Wilson. He'd do it in the same margins as the Obama-Romney race by a little bit better though, because Jenny Wilson's not Obama. I think we all know that. Unless she's black, who cares? But yeah, that's the thing. Mitt Romney and Jenny Wilson would be an easy race, and I feel like Jenny Wilson will lose in a landslide. Thank you very much, baby girl.
Not to mention that, what if scenario if McMullen all of a sudden jumped in the race?
No,
McMullen will jump into no race.
Guys, okay. Here's what I have to say, and then I'll let you ramble. Salt Lake City and also Summit County. Most likely,
actually, Provo County is actually where all the Mormons are.
Please let me finish. Summit County is also kind of Mormon like Salt Lake City, and it's actually usually liberal. However, Mitt Romney did carry it in 2012, and he probably will carry it in 2018. Summit County, he's probably going to win in a landslide. So Mike Kennedy wants to win. He has to win Provo, and he has to win a lot of rural Utah. Salt Lake City was not good for him. He honestly probably had to get at least 30. Got 23. I really want to see the next counties though. Thank you.
If we're looking at this, so Utah right now, obviously, Utah is one of those states that's voted Republicans, um, and it's one of those Republican states. Look, if I mean, like you said, all of this is coming from Salt Lake City, and if Mike Kennedy wants to pull this off over Mitt Romney, I mean, obviously Mitt Romney is the favorite in this
I'm gonna
race.
say something. The only way Mike Kennedy will win in the primaries is if he boosts a vote in his own state district. That's like the only way he'll ever have a chance of beating Mitt Romney. But for now, it's solid Romney.
It's
Okay, so obviously, like I've been saying, Mitt Romney is the favorite coming into this race. This is not surprising me, and nor is it surprising a lot of other people. This is one of those states that vote Republican, and this is not. I mean, Mitt Romney will easily
Davis
defeat.
County just came in. Davis County just came in, according to the Washington Post.
okay. Well,
Davis County, Mitt
refresh
Romney.
it and see what happened. Nothing according to the New York Times, but yes. Look at what does your unconfirmed research say?
My unconfirmed resources is from the Utah Board of Election. They projected that Wilson County will be going to Mike Kennedy.
Really? Is that true?
Kennedy.
Oh, another county has just come in.
Kennedy.
Another county, Davis County. This.
Wow, listen to me. Thank you. Really?
Wow, this is real. Mike Kennedy. Oh, I think he went down. Did he go up? No, he went down. He went down. This is very bad. Davis County. It wasn't a must-win, but if you're getting 21%, you already lost Salt Lake City in a landslide. Now you're losing Davis. You have to win. Like he would technically have to win everything else on the board, but like 60%.
Oh my God!
Also,
Ben Jones won.
Oh man, I mean, I'm non-biased.
Oh jeez! Oh my God!
Mitt Romney will win. No, Mike Kennedy will win.
Guys, you know that you're on political forecast, right?
Actually, I would still say it's too close to call, but it is heavily leaning in Joseph's favor.
Oh my God, guys! Look up Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez picture.
What?
Just look it up. Look up her profile pic.
Why?
I can see why she won.
Why?
You know what? That's gonna be that's NSFW. Okay, never mind. Moving on. Nobody heard anything.
This is definitely an upset at the very least. I have to say that. Many thought because Joe probably.
Damn, Alexandria is hot.
Bingo.
Cameron, can we please keep our own sexual comments?
I'm sorry, man. Harvey disagreed with me. I'm sorry.
You people.
I'm sorry.
She wanted.
Oh, come on, Terrell, like you never had it.
Because of her looks, allegedly. Now. All right, and in any minute now, and I may have my friend Harvey do this. We can project Mitt Romney pretty soon. At this
Governor Mitt Romney is the projected winner of the Utah Senate Republican primary.
TVN News can back that up. TVN News, baby. TVN News, baby.
Gregory Meeks will win. Oh, let's. Oh, look, more came in out of.
She's congratulating right now.
Look at U.S. House District 9. Oh!
So this is the race that.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Yeah, Yvette Carter will win.
Oh, listen, this is the race that I'm talking about. This is one of those races where the incumbent will be ahead for a little bit, and when those final precincts report, it's going to get closer.
But here's the thing. Adam Bunkadeko just went under 49, so he would have to win like a lot.
He is If you see KD, oh yeah, you
So essentially, at the
African.
end of the night, Yvette Clarke will win the nomination.
Also, Suraj Patel, he was having 46
George Patel's a nit.
RV. Alexandra
Damn,
Ocasio.
that's right.
So
Your own air, man. Jesus Christ.
basically, a lot of people in the Manhattan area were challenged by progressives. However, only
Manhattan.
one won. However, that one defeated probably the most prominent one. Also, this is the year, woman. I want to check now onto. Look at this. Pat Ryan is a lot more moderate than Antonio Delgado, so he would probably be a better candidate.
By the way, I saw Sean Maloney's spouse. I can't tell if she's a girl or a guy.
Snap. Dana Belter has defeated Juanita.
Guys, I'm gonna do my governor predictions. Look at my screen.
No, let's not, because I will kick you if you. Dana Belter
Yeah.
63. Benito Perez was recruited by the DCCC. Harvey, please turn that off.
Evan, your video's about governors and I can't predict bro.
No, it's about tonight.
Yeah.
Can we talk about House District 24 for a minute? This was an upset, to say at the very least.
You like unhide my screen because like this video's about governor races. I mean, it says it on the title. Like if I go over the title.
I never hit your screen.
Yeah,
Can we do that after, Harvey, please?
Wait. So the video is called "Crazy Primaries in New York, Oklahoma," and yeah, you basically mentioned governors once. So can I like do my governor prediction?
In a bit, can we look at Utah and then we'll do it?
Boy, fine.
Yeah, Harvey. I think we're ready. Bravo.
Okay, Governor Mitt Romney is projected winner of the Republican primary for Utah Senate.
What I say? What I say? What I say?
Okay, Harvey, please make the projection for Utah Senate. With Bravo, we can probably make a projection.
So yeah, in the Republican primaries for Senate, Mitt Romney is a projected winner. He wins with 76% of the vote to Mike Kennedy's 24% and roughly 140,000 votes in his sleeves.
Also, may you project this race where John Curtis is having some trouble.
See, I think that race is not being called because of the mal-reporting. There's like 60% reporting, and only 430 precincts are reporting so far, so that's probably the reason why.
Yeah. Whoever has the background noise on, please mute yourself. Thank you. Terrell, I want to bring you in. What do you think about Mitt Romney's crazy big victory?
Boo.
Yeah, boy. Oh. Mitt Romney's trying to run again. He's trying to run again.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. To Mitt Romney, get a life.
I mean, he's
why
like
am I get that?
all of us here are like 12-year-olds, so obviously he has a life.
Plus his wife is good.
Why are you like fantasizing about every single woman?
And
Terrell, you taught me. You're my father.
Whoa, Terrell, you're his father.
I'm not Terrell. I meant Harvey.
I'm not your father. I would never give birth to an ugly baby.
Okay, Mitt Romney is gonna win. He's gonna be the next senator from Utah.
Let's talk about Alexandra. Like this guy's
Can I finish? Jesus Christ.
Rally.
Hey.
Okay,
Mitt Romney's gonna succeed Orrin Hatch. The old never mind.
Oh, son of a bitch.
No, I was gonna say something different, but
How he can the speed of the House of Democrats isn't left enough. So much so that a 28-year-old known as Smack first race he was almost as good as the House. He's the number 4 Democrat in Kentucky. He got beaten by like House cleaners.
ladies and gentlemen, next president of the United States, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Boo! Let's go to Oklahoma now. Who do you think will make the runoffs?
Jesus Christ.
Mick Cornett's going to get first, but do you think Todd Lamb or Kevin Stitt will get second?
Oh wait, what the? Oh no!
I will.
Yes. Sorry, Grandma. Keep the noise down.
Who do you think's going to get second? Oh, God. Who do you think's going to
Bro,
get
I just got jumped in Fortnite. Are you kidding me?
Okay, can we talk about this, though? Co-anchor?
Yeah. Let's do that. Sorry about that.
The New York Times has called it Mitt Romney's the nominee.
He must be doing something.
If Evan is screaming, somebody call the ambulance.
I can hear you.
Wee. Evan's breathing.
Hey! No way!
Evan has to go.
Shut up!
He's looking.
Evan needs to go. Evan needs to go.
Evan needs to go.
Shut up! So what do you think about Mitt?
Evan needs to go. Evan needs to go. Evan needs to go.
Shut up! Let's talk about
Evan.
let's talk
Get him
about
out of here. Get him out of here.
He's gotta go.
Don't get those lights off. Off.
what do you think about Jared Polis's victory?
Not surprising.
So let's reflect before I have to go on this stunning primary night from a criminal not winning his primary,
Jesus, stop.
Joe Crowley losing to a 28-year-old progressive Hispanic. Okay.
I'm getting ready to do something too. I'm running for president. Every day, Americans need a champion. And I want to be
Oh
that.
gosh, shoot me now, Lord. Lord, take me now.
So Terrell, do you think this is good for Democrats or Republicans?
Yum.
You think this is good for Democrats or Republicans?
Yum.
Okay, thank you, Terrell. Cameron, Mr. Fortnite, how do you think this was good for Democrats or
Really?
Republicans?
Okay.
Yum.
Well, if you're like a Democrat and if you're a Democrat, you have to be good about these results after you see that, you guys are candidates. But other than that, it's just really a undecisive night for both parties because
It's
they
a
both
wonderful
have
night
lost.
out
They've
there.
lost,
It's a wonderful night.
but they have lost races. Sure, they have gained races, but they have lost there. But again, Democrats should be worried because once again, this time incumbents succumbed to the liberal versus progressive divide. So they need to work together so they can unite their parties so they can get a majority in both houses of Congress this fall. So they need to unite their base by working with both progressives, liberals, and moderates.
And Harvey, what do you think? Harvey, you can do your.
Harvey, you put.
Harvey, do you know
Okay,
this?
so what I think is the Democrats weren't really helping out their base. We all know that because every single time Donald Trump gets attacked by the media, it just brings his approval rating amongst his core base solid. Let's look at the Republican base. Trump's approval rating amongst the Republican Party has increased by 16 points since August. The Democrats, his approval rating has increased by 12%, not 12%, by 2%, sorry. And the Independents, his approval rating has increased by almost 12%. That shows that the media and many things that the Democratic Party has been doing to win in the midterms is not working. They need to go by new strategies. You can't teach a dog an old trick. That's what's happening to them basically. And I feel like they have to work on I have to focus on the acts of corruption. I don't think they should have to focus on the fact that Donald Trump's a racist, a xenophobe, and all that type of stuff. Because that doesn't help anymore. That just makes the problem worse. So to win the midterm, they're gonna need a lot more than having to attack Donald Trump on his race relation.
I like cock.
Harvey, so in one word, who do you think this night was good for?
Cock.
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Democrat?
My dick.
You can only say Democrat or Republican.
Where my
I
Terrell.
said Republican.
Harvey says Republican. Terrell?
What is Aleppo?
I like cock.
Wake up.
Cameron, what do you think?
I think cock is.
Oh, mine was a. Frankly, I think that
Dad, and I was his dad, and I'm like, oh, I'll never give birth to an ugly child.
yeah, I think this is a good. I think both parties suffered some losses tonight, but I don't know about who exactly won. But I think that other than that, this is just like the winners are the Democrats who are
It's
the
me,
Democrats, but
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
I think the winners honestly have to be the Republicans tonight. They are the winners, despite losing despite close races. They didn't lose an incumbent tonight. However, they didn't lose an incumbent congressman like they did last week. No, so basically, overall, the night's been bad for Democrats since they lost the district, since they lost an incumbent.
I'm
But
just gonna
so
say
far,
that
so good
it's actually really good for the
for the Republicans.
I like cock.
because the Democrats suck today. I think they'll do better tomorrow. I think they both suck tomorrow, but today they really suck.
They suck a lot of cock.
And Cameron, you suck.
He sucks cock.
Fuck you too.
Fuck my cock.
So, who do you think will win the House come midterm day? Cameron?
Oh, that's easy. Democrats. Because I can't see the Republicans holding on to those seats, especially with Paul Ryan leaving. So if they could do it, that'll be impressive to me. But I honestly think that
That would be a
Democrats are gonna get the House.
What about the Senate?
But the Senate, I think that they could get Tennessee, but
No, you're wrong, Cameron. You're wrong again. Wrong.
oh Lord, I know more about Tennessee than you do, Harvey.
No more about cock.
Lies. I know a lot more about Tennessee than you because I actually understand the demographics. I understand.
I live in Tennessee, dumb prick.
Okay. Since you want to be like that, I'm not arguing with you anymore. I don't argue with toddlers.
Or cocks.
Your mother is.
Oh, we call my mom a toddler. Shut up. Stupid.
You know I'm like toddler cock.
Do we have some drama going on in the newsroom?
Keep it going.
All right. All right. Last I was watching the little stream. So is the Senate good for the Democrats or Republicans? On midterm day, the people will decide. Look, I'll say this: The Democrats have a chance. It's up to them to. I mean, if they want the Senate, it's right in front of them. All they have to do is reach out and grab it. And if they don't do that, then
Terrell, what do they have to grab?
My cock.
And Terrell, what about the House?
Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior.
So, Terrell, what about grabbing the Senate? Can you talk more about that?
Grabbing the Senate by the pussy.
Oh my God! You can't say that over the air. I'm gonna report this video right after this.
No.
This is
Just
YouTube.
kidding.
You can do whatever you want. This isn't even a real news. They certainly aren't real news funded, so shut up.
Not like
We're talking about Tennessee toddlers and cocks in the newsroom.
Oh my! Stop!
Call this professional.
I mean, Cameron is a toddler. He told my mom that.
Okay, let me just say. The Democrats. What do I mean by Senate Democrats reaching out and grabbing the Senate?
Grabbing their cocks.
Stop. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, if they want the Senate, they can win it if they want. But it is their responsibility, and it's up to them to be able to get their candidates to win this election.
How many seats do you think they'll pick up? Terrell, how many seats do you think they'll pick up? Hey, Mr.
What'd you
Ford.
say?
Oh, how many seats do you think they'll pick up in the Senate?
Guys, somebody's gonna have to add me to the
All right. It was. Should we go off air? Or do we have any more stuff we would like to discuss?
Oh, add me to the mech chat.
Okay, I will. But we're on the air right now.
We're on the air.
Well, I don't have too much to. I'm just saying.
Cameron!
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to?
I'll just add one more thing. What do I mean? The Senate Democrats just have to. The Democrats, period, is the Democrat Party. They have seats. They can win. If they retain their seats, if they retain the seats that they have and pick up a seat, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Tennessee, they can win this election. And well, if all the incumbents hold on and all that, then it gets them 50 seats. So they need to pick up a seat. So the next seat is wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Nevada. If the Democrats can win Nevada and Tennessee, and that's assuming all the incumbents hold on to re-election. I watched Ethan Kelly's video today about how some of the, it's not likely that some of the Democratic incumbents will win re-election. Well, that's not true. And in fact, that's proven not true. What is true is that a lot of the Democratic incumbents, but he said it's possible but not likely. I'll give him that. But I'll tell you what is likely. If you're constantly, and the people will argue with you up and down on this issue all day. If Democrats end up, if Democrats, oh Jesus, if Democrats can, continue to lead in the polling that they're doing, and they can win this election. Thanks for having me on, Evan.
No problem. Nice talking to you. It's a very good night.
Cameron, be quiet. You have a short dick.
What? What, Harvey?
What do you say?
Harvey, what was that?
Add me back to the
9/11 was the inside job.
Goodbye, Cameron. Goodbye, Harvey. It was nice having y'all.
Good night, everyone.